ideal. It will make sense of everything that ever happened in your life that I love about what I'm finna show you. And it says that God spoke to Adam in the cool of the day. Now you say, well, oh, that's just God spoke to Adam in the cool of the day. Now watch this. It was God and Adam. God and Adam were in conversation with each other. Now, here's what I love about God concerning how God tests our love or tests if we truly want to understand what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? In life, he tests us, really. So here's the thing. The first thing that happened here is, like your hat. First thing that happened is God is talking to Adam in the cool of the day. This is a thing happened the first thing that happened in the beginning. So what we're supposed to look at this idea is, as we know that when we have conversation with people, we develop, how you doing, sir? You doing? We develop ideas in conversation. Like, we listen, we take heed, and we create thoughts that transform into ideas concerning the conversation that we have towards people, that we think no big deal nowadays, no big deal of the people that we have conversations with and discuss things with, and it's just conversation. But the thing is, the idea of this, what I'm gonna show you, is that you don't realize concerning how you listen to. Now, the ideal of God is, he's supposed to be, of course, our everything. He's supposed to be everything because he created everything. God created the heavens and the earth. Supposed to be everything. But now, of course, we know that Adam and Eve get deceived by the serpent. And now, watch this. What the serpent says. The serpent says that, if you eat from this tree, you will become as God. Yeah, that's what's important. That I did a message, that as God is supposed to mean the ideal number of 666. Yes, as God is the ideal of the number 666. Now, as you know, that God established the 777 on the rest day, but now, because Adam and Eve ate from the fruit of the tree, now humanity is in position now, because it's all about a position ideal. You know what I'm saying? When you do, more likely, that's why God has laws, says when you do this, when you follow these laws, you will position yourself in pretty much 777, the Sabbath day, the day of rest. You will position yourself. But if you don't follow it, you will position yourself in this ideal of 666. Have a good day, my friend. You will position yourself to this ideal of 666 that you place men in God standard. You place men in more likely of Godhood. Pretty much is the ideal of 666. It's to keep man as God. Now, why am I establishing this? Now, remember, God was talking to Adam. Your creator is talking to the creation and speaking things based upon, giving information based upon you fulfilling your purpose as a creator. But now, because now men are now deceived, and now this system that now men are defining men. And now men are taking heed, or more likely talking to people or listening to people as much as they will listen to God. You know what I'm saying? You will listen to, you will give men attention, or more likely I'm trying to say is that ear that Adam gave God when they were talking in the cool of the day. No longer you will give that ear to, what's up? No longer you will give that ear to God, but you will give that ear to men. that ear that we're supposed to be giving and supposed to be having conversations in relationship with God, now you're giving that ear, that first priority ear, pretty much, you giving that first priority ear to men now. And now men becomes your ideal. You will deem men, what men say, instead of what God say, greater than, what God says. You more likely, and it's the ideal of what Paul is talking about in 2 Corinthians. He talks about, hello, how y'all doing? Y'all have a wonderful day. All right. He talks about the stronghold. The ideal of a stronghold that people are developing in their mind has been created for this ideal. You create strongholds, your mind, that hinder you to think and do the things of God, because you have, exalted men's influence. Like what it says, what a stronghold is exalt man's knowledge higher than the knowledge of God. See what I'm saying? You now exalt, and you're in this position, and it's a spiritual position, you know what I'm saying, that men don't know. But you will see the effects of how you talk to men, and how now men becomes the overall influence of more men, or more like more people. And now you can see how this world is where it is right now, in a dismal state, because men are still listening to the serpent. Unfortunately, the God of this world now blind the minds of men, and influencing people to operate in darkness, because men are believing the deception, and it's the ideal now, because you believe the deception, your now lies can flow through there. Lies can go through. It's kind of like, the ideal of, it's kind of like, somebody, like you open the door, deception is like, come on, let me in, and you open the door, and the person comes in, and about 50 people comes right behind that, one person that says he was the only person that's there. He's knocking on the door and says, let me in, I'm the only person here. And you just open the door, and it's like a flood, flood of people come rushing. You don't realize that you have done that when you have accepted the ideal of men being your ideal of influence. And that's what television and radio and, and all this stuff is all about. It's to sway people through entertainment, through songs, through, whatever, to make you deem men as the ideal position of influence to your mind. And now men, as what Daniel Knight is saying, men become your master, Men has become your master, and now you are believing them. Hello, how you doing? That's a nice dress. I'm on YouTube. I do videos on there. Hope you check it out. Thank you. The thing is, now men becomes your master, and now they can say this, they can say that. How you doing? They can say this and they can say that, and little guy, they can say this. I'm on YouTube. When you catch them, I'm on YouTube. I hope you check it out. All right. And they can say this, and they can say anything to you, and you believe it. And now you don't realize that the more you believe what they're saying, I'm trying to hand out stuff, y'all. I'm trying to find out if I got some. And now you believe what they're saying, and now they become your master. You know what I'm saying? And now, and now, really, you don't realize, because of the influence of going on in this world, Satan has become your master. How you doing? Oh man, I'm just trying to look for cars. I thought I had more cars. Think I. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and men become your master. How you doing? I'm on YouTube. Hope you check out me on YouTube. And men becomes your master, and now Satan is got men. Satan now is really the king. As what you see the image of that woman in travail, it says this the dragon has 10 crowns. That means how he got those 10 crowns concerning the deception of mankind. You know what I'm saying? That's how he get the 10 crowns. And the thing is, what you don't realize and what you read, if you read on that Revelation 12, it talks about that he's accuser of brothering day and night. Satan got all his dominion power of those 10 crowns that is on his head from deceiving humanity and accusing humanity in heaven to say, oh, look what your creation did towards you. Look what the creation did towards your word of God. You know, look what they did. Now you should petition me permission to have territory in this area, petition permission of territory of any area in certain areas. And what happens is the angels debate, you know, Satan concerning of how much territory he's going to get, because he's going to get territory based upon the acts of what we do. That's why we got to be careful of what we say or what we do and everything, because Satan knows he's going to accuse us day and night concerning, you know, accuse us unto God and get the permission of the influence, permission of more influence and permission of more, unfortunately, evil spirits to enter into the earth and become more, he get more kingdom of darkness to, you know, continue his deception train pretty much. It's an ugly situation when people start finding out true spiritual warfare and what it's all about. That none of the people we think is whatever, but it is everything. And the thing is, people need to understand that you need to, what I'm saying, because here's the thing, because the whole idea of 666 is to put people in the position of God. And the thing is, as much as that is, hello, how y'all doing? I'm on YouTube, hope you check me out. All right, thank you. You know, and as much as we don't understand this ideal, as much as territory he's getting and the reflection of the, you know, confusion, conflict, and chaos and the cataclysmic things that are going on around the world is the evidence of this territory, that the simple idea that Satan is using is trying to keep men in a godhood state. You know what I'm saying? Godhood state. The godhood that was established in the beginning, that God was talking to Adam in the cool of the day, that relationship that we're supposed to be praying. You know, that's why Paul says, pray without ceasing, always talking to God. You always talking to God, that access of relationship, of information, talking to God. And when we talk to God more, is that we will not put people in that position of influence. You know what I'm saying? Because I see people, we're not supposed to put people in a high influence in that standard of God. We're not supposed to do that. Hello, how you doing? And all right. And the problem is we have did this what the whole condition is all about, is to put men in a standard of the godhood position of influence, that we will listen to more of men influence than God's influence of what it says, like, or more likely what it says in 2 Corinthians 10, that we put men's knowledge higher above God's knowledge, is what this whole ideal system is all about. That you will become Satan's master because of this system of how you now create your thoughts and create what you think based upon the eyes, how you doing? Based upon who you're listening to and who's speaking to your life, who's creating your thoughts, who's creating your now intentions of your heart, who's got you in a position of deception, is what you are not understanding, to what extent and how is it affecting this world system right now, that people are operating in darkness. That we need to put God, having conversations with God, and start deeming the Creator's wisdom and the Creator's laws higher than the laws of what this world men say, because man is a creature that is born in sin, shaped with iniquity, They're still operating darkness. This should not be the ideal people we should want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So that's the message, and I hope you got it. To God be the glory here forever. In Jesus' name. How you doing? I'm on YouTube. Hope you check it out.